Hi guys, welcome to Blue Math Online. Today we're going to work on lesson 7-4, which is called Solving Proportions. In your textbook, it's on page 320. And I've already taught you this in other lessons. They're just kind of expanding it, so it's kind of a review lesson. So there's not any kind of definitions to put down. There's not really any steps that we haven't talked about already. So I'm just going to work you through three different kinds of problems that they show. Give you three so that you can work for your work, and we'll go on from there. So today is 7-4. And on 320, it talks about cars and how they can go 260 miles on 5 gallons of gas. And they want to know how many miles the car can go on 8 gallons of gas. And so I set it up here. And remember that all of our units, they need to match. Miles is going to stay on the top for me. Gallons of gas is going to be on the bottom for me. You could flip it around, it's going to work either way, but this is the way that I chose to set it up. So then I go ahead and go through the steps. So my first step is I'm going to multiply the cross products of the two numbers that I have, because I can't do 5 times x, so I'm going to do 260 times 8. That's step 1. Then I'm going to divide, second step, by my third number, which is 5. And you can see I did the math over here. There's 260 times 8. I took that answer is 2080. I did that divided by 5, and I got 416. So the answer is that on 8 gallons of gas, a car can drive 416 miles. And that's the kind of problems that they solve on page 320, something like that. We've done this before, so we should be A-okay. So going through then, on the quick checks, there are 3 parts of today's lesson. And so quick check 1, which is on the bottom of 320. If you have 12 over 4, we want to know what over 5 would that equal to be, because we always want equal proportions. So I just follow step 1, which is to multiply on the cross product, 12 times 5, which is 60. Divide that by 4, which is 15, which most of us can do with mental math here. So the missing value is then 15. Quick check 2 is on the top of 321. And they're putting in a variable. No big difference. In the top one there was a question mark, or for your textbook it's a gray box. Not a big difference if it's a variable. Sorry. Quick check 2 is we're looking at 6 over 8 is proportionate to what over 20? They give it the variable of n. And as you work through here, first step, multiply 6 times 20. We can do that in our heads for 120. Second step, take that 120 and divide it by our third number, which is 8. And when you carry out that math, which is what I did over here, you get an answer of 15. So 15 is the value of n. Our homework, we can say n equals 15 to be all pretty and beautiful answers. In quick check 3, they're asking us a story problem in the bottom of 321 about buying notebooks. If 5 notebooks cost $7.85, they want to know what would the price be if I wanted 3 notebooks. And so I used x as my variable, so I'm solving, and my answer is going to be dollars, because dollars is what's happening down at the bottom. Notebooks is on top, dollars is on the bottom. And you see I carried out the math. It's $7.85 times 3. Did my answer, I got 23.55, because remember when you multiply decimals, you put your decimal in the spot of how many spots were covered in the problem. So you had a 0.85, so I have to move it over 2 to the left. So it's $23.55. Then when I take 23.55, that shouldn't be a comma, it should be a decimal part, and then divide it by 5, you can see my math. 5 goes into 23 4 times, 3 is left over, carry down the 5. 5 into 35 is 7. 7 times 5 is 35, and so we go on. And so the value of x, with our decimal and with our pretty dollar sign, because that's our label, is $4.71 for 3 notebooks. Whereas 5 notebooks was that, because that's what our book said. Okay, so there's 3 samples, and there's my one with gallons of gas and miles that a car can drive. And now I want you to do how, we in classroom we work for our work, And so here's the You Try. The You Try 3 is what we're going to kind of do every day we have math. The You Try 3. So here they are. They're also in your textbook. You can pause the video and solve them. Your answers are going to go back into Google Classroom under my question. So you'll write, you try 1 and tell me the answer. 2, tell me the answer for P. 3, give me the value for K. And I'll let you know if you got them right, because that's what I'm going to do while I'm here today is answering you back and look at your question answers and things like that. And so you'll get credit for answering these 3, and that's how I can see that you're attending math class, that you watched my video, you watched the lesson. And then the homework today is going to be worksheet 7-4, which is what you got in your folders when you came to school yesterday to pick things up. Okay, so this is your first online math class. Yay!